widespread Muslim indignation and sparked calls for Muslim independence in Mindanao that eventually led to the formation of the Moro National Liberation Front. And before 1968 ended, in December 26, the Communist Party of the Philippines was established. Amidst allegations of military terrorism and weapon corruption, the Philippine government was faced with armed insurgents on two fronts in Luzon and in Mindanao. In that turbulent year of 1968, on February 17 at the Sulu Hotel in Quezon City, emerged capital Christian leadership. Quezon City was then the country's capital, proposed to be designated as the Philippine capital city, the seat of the national government, where a Capitol building was designed to be built to house the three branches of government: executive, legislative, and judicial. Must have been the basis why the word capital was appended in the name of the organization. It started as a weekly breakfast fellowship of Christian leaders led by Reverend Dr. Greg J. Tingson, together with Attorney Leon Oti, a crusading journalist publisher, also along with Dr. Eliseo Pajaro, Colonel Roberto E. Betia, Judge Cornelio W. Wasan Sr., Mr. Rufo Fabregas, Engineer Postiliano Libatite, and other people of influence. The founding of Capital Christian Leadership most certainly was evidently inspired and largely influenced by the monumental successes of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference in the U.S., founded by Reverend Martin Luther King, a Baptist minister and civil rights leader activist, together with other churchmen. It is believed that the church should get involved in political activism against social ills through non-violent means to redeem the soul of America. As its name suggests, every Tuesday convergence, which included high officials in government, heads of various religious denominations, business managers, and expert professionals at 7 o'clock in the morning, focused on seeking God's guidance, viewing and calling for action on political, economic, and social issues of the day with national importance from Christians' perspective. Its breakfast fellowship has for its prelude and or conclude with the singing of CCLB with refrain, "Seek God in the Morning," jointly composed by UP Music Professor Dr. Eliseo M. Pajaro, Attorney Leon Oti, and Reverend Dr. Cirilo Irigos. This beloved hymn is best encapsulates a bold expression of faith. It resonates a timeless message as it declares God's unwavering presence, a comforting reminder of His great faithfulness. It beautifully captures how the Lord's tender mercies enfold us. It inspires us to seek God in the morning, for His compassions are new every morning. And it encourages us to have our hope in Him. This hymn, CCL, is deeply rooted in Lamentations 3:21-24. When the heart is lonely and the spirit depressed, let's take the balm of fellowship and make the day our best. When faith begins to waver and life has lost its way, let's place our trust in Jesus and He will strengthen our will. Seek God in the morning when the mind is clear greet him with thanksgiving, and he will hold us near. So let's keep upholding our beloved CCL, the Lord with his tender mercies, and hold each of us he will. Throughout these many years, 57, it is not just us upholding our beloved CCL, it is God. For in Acts 5:38-39 says, for it is if this world be of man, it will come to naught. For its guiding principle, CCL adopted Proverbs 14:32. Righteousness exalteth the nation. Sin is a reproach to any people. Why CCL chose to advance this inspired truth? As a message to the Filipino people, it aims to be a great nation. Remember the inaugural speech of President Marcos Sr. at his ascendancy to the presidency in 1965. This nation can be great again, where he enjoined the Filipino people to march together towards the dream of greatness. Perhaps with this resounding still in mind for the founding CCL leaders, what it would take this nation to be great, but to adopt this old-tested biblical principle for such goal to be